Namaskar. Hello, learners. Welcome to this Swayam Prabha channel 14. We'll be talking on this module 2 database management systems under the paper 6, that is information technology and application in LIS. In this course, I am the course coordinator. Professor Arun Kumar Chakraborty, Department of Library and Information Science, Netaji Subhash University. I am also the SME means subject matter experts for this particular topic, that is Unit 21 Open Education Resources. So, learners, what is open education resources, why it is required, all these things I think comes on your mind. That is the most important part. You always think that why open education resources. So this course for the MLIS learners who are not only the work in studying in the open education environment, that is in a open education environment means that open schools environment, open university, Netaji Upanishadesh Open University, or other open university, IGNOU and all. This is not only open university students. This is all for, you have to understand that any learners who were working in a different as a professionals, working library professionals, they need to update themselves. So through these open education resources, they can use every day. This is changing every day. We have to think about that. And so in that cases, we have to find out that how these open education resources are coming and where we are standing on open education resources. So open education resources is a learning materials that accessible openly, which are licensed, adapted for use by anyone. It can be used by anyone means any users who wants to learn it or for academic purposes. So open education resources can include like textbooks, it can be videos, it can be lectures, it can be assignments or your other educational content, different education contents. So main goal of the OER, that is open education resources, is to increase the access to high quality of resources content. That main goal of is to increase the high quality education and promote collaboration and education. Collaboration among the educators. It has to be collaborated among the educators. That is the most important part. We have to think about it. So welcome this lecture, education resources. As learners, it benefit how it can apply to the library and information professionals. We can talk about it. This one. So say transforming education policy, say open education resources that hold transformative potential for modern education. So these can significantly enhance accessibility and equity in education by providing free, high quality learning materials which can be freely adapted and shared. So in 2002 conferences, UNESCO defined open education resources. What UNESCO says that learning, teaching, and research materials in any format and any medium that resides in the public domain or under the copyright that have been released under an open license that permit no cost access, reuse, repurpose, adaptation, and redistribution to others. This is by quoted by this UNESCO have given under quote. So this democratization of knowledge ensures that all students, regardless of their socio-economical background, or have access to the educational resources by promoting the NVHs. OER, that's open education resources, is a significant in the implementation of our new education policy 2020 in all sectors of education in India. So NCERT has been developing different education resources. Then SIMCA has developed a huge kind of resources. UNESCO has developed, and many institutions, they are differing, developing these open educational resources. We have to understand that how these people are doing of this kind of things. So open access refers to the free, immediate online resources, results of scholarly research, because it has to be what open education resources means. Education materials what have been produced by the educators, means researchers, scholars, students, faculty members. These researchers, this kind of education resources should be available to the others, so that to avoid the duplication of work, and this can be possible because it will reduce the digital divide. So yeah, the haves and not haves. So the concept of open access is a built principle that research in outputs such as journal articles, conferences papers, video lectures, book should be available online, free of cost, free to read, download, adapt, share and findings, promoting knowledge, collaboration, innovation. But we have to remember that the open access movement in its 1990s, when the internet began, it has a transformations. So open access publishing by Budapest Access Initiatives, by Budapest Statements Open Access, so Berlin Declarations, to all these knowledge and humanities. But we have to understand that we should be able to acknowledge this kind of things. So I believe that Open Education Unit 21, Open Education Resources, that unit on Open Education Resources will equip you to understand one of the key elements of managing a library and information center through a systematic approach to open access publishing, while offering benefits like increased accessibility and visibility, faces counter arguments regarding the costs and quality. So high article processing, that's becoming very difficult, can be a barrier. Concerns also exist some of the potential for predatory journals exploiting to the open access. So if you are MLS learners, you'll be able to learn of difference. I already said that this is not only for the MLS learners, for the open schools and open university. It's all that regular university learners also can get benefit from this, even from the other sources. So now, friends, what are the table of contents I have covered? This information technology and application in ELIS, that's database management systems, unit 21, open education resources, introduction, key points to cover, objectives, learning outcomes, history, key principles, types of way model, challenges, open access, challenge and response, learn in open access, and this one, this open access initiatives. So these are the things we have to think about, that how we could do and how we could learn of these things. So learners, we should be able to do, and at the end, I have given MCQs and short answers one. So open education resources, what we talk, that has gained momentum over the years by growing number of researchers, institutions, and government recognizing its importance. So open education's learning materials that are freely accessible, openly licensed, adaptable by the anyone. OER include textbook, video, I've said already. So the main goal of OER is to increase access of high quality educational materials and promote collaboration among the educators. So key points will be covered under these: the definition, history of the evolution of the OER, open education resources, key principles, open education resources, free access, importance of open learning resources, all these things you have to consider about that. So these key points, open licensing. The key points we are covering in open access, that you have to understand that open licensing, we are typically licensed under the open licenses such as Creative Commons, which allow for flexible use and sharing. Adaptability, OER can be modified, remixed, and adapted to suit different teaching and learning needs. Accessibility, OER are designed to be accessible to everyone, regardless of the geographical location, economic status, and disability. Some possible talking points, 5 words that retain, reuse, revise, remix, and redistribute. So the role of open license is enabling sharing and adaptation of OER. So friends, learners, you will be able to learn all these things. You have to understand that how we can go about it. So now examples of successful OER initiatives also I have discussed in this. So discussion points, what we see that in this scenario that the lecture open education resources in LIS learners understanding OER is crucial to today's digital age. OER has the potential to transform the way we access and share knowledge. In this lecture, we'll explore the concept of OER and its benefits and how it can be adapted in the field of library and information science. Friends, you know that if we want to talk about the open education resources or open access, we should consider that the our eminent faculty members, you know that Mr. Uma Kanjilal, she has contributed a huge number of resources, huge number of contribution of to make the things happen for the open access and open education resources like Swayam Prabha and the IGNOU educational materials. So she has worked for last 15, 20 years for working to develop of these things. Then she has also worked with the SIMCA, the Center for SIMCA, and then IFLA. All these things people are working together and they have tried their level best. Give a congratulation to our Professor Uma Kanjilal, who is the former now present VC, Vice Chancellor of the Indira Gandhi National Open University. So her contribution is really worthy. And if we want to talk about the open education resources, we need always to tell about her contribution. So that is the most important part of these things. So, friends, what are the objectives? Objective is that to understand the concept and principles of open education resources, to learn about the benefits and challenges of open access education resources, to explore the different types of open education resources, models, gold model, green model, hybrid model. By the end of this lecture, learners will be able to define open education resources and key principles. You will be able to identify the benefit and challenges of open education resources. You will be able to understand the different open access models, education resources models, and their implications. So, if we want to definition of OER, I already displayed the different definitions of OER. The open education resources is teaching, learning, and research materials that are free to use, reuse, distribute. OER can include textbook, videos, lectures, assignments, quizzes, and other educational contents. OERs are teaching, learning, and research materials that are free to use, adaptable, searchable. 5 Rs I've already told: retain, reuse, revise, remix, and distribute. What is retain? How you can retain your resources? Use the OER in its original form, reuse, revise, modify or edit OER to suit its specific needs, remix, combine the OER, and then redistribute. But friends, we have to remember that whatever we should do, we should acknowledge what from the main resources. We should not go to see in my lecture from wherever I have collected the resources, I have fully acknowledged that resources because this is OER material. So now, friends, you want to know that what the history of the evolution of the OER. The concept of OER engaged in the early 2000s, and you know that the early beginning 1960s to 1980s, the concept of sharing educational resources dates back to the early days of computer-based education, with initiatives like the Plato Systems 1960 and Open University Systems 1969 in the UK. In 1990s, the internet and World Wide Web WWW enabled the widespread sharing of educational resources with the initiatives like National Science, Digital Library, and the Merlot Repository. So, the MIT Open, where Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, launched the Open Courseware initiatives, making course materials freely available to the online. This move sparked global conversation, say, about the open education and inspire other institutions to follow the suits. In 2005, open access movement gained momentum with the Budapest Open Access initiatives. 2007, the Creative Commons license became widely used for OER. Then 2002, UNESCO's Forum for OER. UNESCO Forum on Impact of Open Courseware for Higher Education in Developing Countries, coined in the terms of open educational resources. The forum highlights the potential of, say, that reduce and increase the access to the education and reduce the materials. The 2003 Creative Commons licenses launched the licenses providing a legal framework for creators to share their work under the one umbrella terms. These licenses become a commercials on OER and enables creators to retain, say, copyright while allowing others use and adapt their work. So, friends, what are the developments from the 2005 to 2025 OER? 2005 open access movement, Budapest access, open access, Bethesda statement of open access publishing, enabling, say, open access publishing enabled the importance of making research and educational materials content freely available. Then, say, this movement has contributed to the growth of materials and open access publishing. So, OER repository and platform. Repository like OER Commons, OpenStax, Wikibooks begin to emerge and providing centralized platform for sharing and discovering OER. These platforms have facilitated the growth of OER and made it easier for education and find the open resources. So, 2010 OER adaptation and policy, government institutions and organizations began to adopt OER policies and initiatives promoting the use of open resources in education. Examples, the US Department TACCT programs, the European Commission's 2020 virus and COVID. In our post institute, we also started in open access or open education resources for the faculty members and then open access collections. The COVID-19 pandemic accelerated the adoption of online and open education. You know that online education started when there's COVID. Everybody wanted the resources because they are able to come out from the home. So they need to that one. So affordable learning. This history highlights the key events, initiatives, milestones, and have shaped OER movements. You can use this outline to provide the brief overview of the success and its evolution. So, what is the short history of the OER? If you go to the short history, is that, say, the timeline covers key milestones in the history of the OER, tracing the relationship between the technology and human aspirations throughout. 1946, University of South Africa began the distance education program. Then December 10th, 1948, Universal Declaration of the Human Rights. April 23, 1969, UK establishes the Open University. 1983, the launch of the GNU Free Software Project. Then 1991, welcome to the World Wide Web. And then 1997, Merliot Multimedia Educational Resources. And then 1998 to 99, David Willey coins the open content and creates the open publication license. 2002 to 2003, MIT Open Courseware launches. 2001 to 2002, founding of the Creative Commons and CC licenses. July 1, 2002 to July 2003, 2002, say UNESCO defines the term OER. July 2007 to January 2008, Cape Town declarations. June 20 to 2012, June 22, 2012, say First World OER Congress held in Paris. 2015 UN Sustainable Development Goals released. 2017 UN's OER Action Plan. Then 2010 to 2020, OER saw widespread adoption and indigenous education resources and commerce OER. So promoting 2025 OER has become a recognized global phenomenon. with the numerous initiative, policies, and communications and supporting in development and use. The UNESCO recommendation on OER addresses the objectives include capacity building, policy development, and ensuring equitable access to the quality mapping OER, quality OER. The OER world map is valuable resources for mapping OER initiatives and actions. So I have given the source also from where I have collected this timeline key initiatives of the initiatives. Major development is 2010 Budapest Open Access Initiatives, 2010 Bethesda Berlin, 2004 UK Digital Creations, 2005 Director of Open Access, recent initiative 2011 Sci-Hub. So Sci-Hub is so though Sci-Hub is now in a problem stage, free access to scientific papers, tried 2012 knowledge unlatched its established knowledge exchange. 2000 Professor J. Mega Journal begins publications and registry of research data. 2016 Open Data Button is launched, and then again events in the OER 2002 OER forums of open courseware for higher education season. 2017 Commonwealth Education SIMCA conducts a capacity building programs of quality of learning as the University of Hyderabad, India, Venable. Then recent development, UNESCO is preparing a draft recommendation open education resources, IFLA submitting written comments in the OER and highlights. So UNESCO and IFLA collaboration on the PERSIST project to enhance the sustainability of the information society by preserving and providing access to information. SEMCA's OER initiatives, SEMCA promotes OER adoption in Indian universities, emphasizing its potential to enrich teaching, learning, and research. IFLA OER advocacy, IFLA advocates for OERs, recognizing the crucial role libraries, policies, promoting, providing. Milestones OER development is that OER definitions and OER adoption by SIMCA. So, notable initiatives by and collaboration initiatives and key research benefits. Notable benefit initiatives is that TIL AI Open Maths Challenges in 2025, the Commonwealth CEO of Learning, and the Commonwealth Education Media Center for Asia SEMCA organized TIL AI Open Maths Challenge, which engages 95 experts, mathematical teachers in developing over 170 high quality OER for grade 9 mathematicians. So OER for enrichment of the academic life. SEMCA promotes OER adoption in Indian universities, highlighting its potential to enrich the funding. Then the IFLA and UNESCO collaboration in 2022, IFLA and UNESCO launched an updated IFLA UNESCO Public Library Manifesto, emphasizing the importance of access to information and the role of libraries in supporting OER. UNESCO OER recommendations, IFLA participated in the side event to announce the actions implementing UNESCO Open Education Resources Policy Education. Key benefits of challenges, transformative potential. OER has the potential to transform education by providing universal access to educational resources, promoting a shared economy and inclusive society. So, restraining factors, despite the benefits, there are challenges to OER adoptions, including lack of motivation among the academicians, inadequate infrastructure, and concern about the losing academic integrity. So, what are the benefits of OER? Increased access to education, global reach, inclusivity, 24 into 7 availability. OER can available for 24 into 7, and then cost saving for students, then free for low cost resources available, reduced financial burden, that by using OER, students can allocate more resources to other essential and educational expertise expenses. Then increased affordability. OER can make high quality of the educational resources accessible to the students who may or not have been afford to this otherwise. And then among the educators, opportunities, collaborators, sharing educators, global community, peer review and feedback, innovation and creativity, customization and adaptability and content, tailored learning experience, contextualization, OER can be modified to fit the local contents, culture, curricula, making them more relevant and effective. Continuous involvement, OER can be updated and improved regularly. So friends, we should think about that, how we should go about that OER and how OER is making our policy. So we have to think and do the same thing what OER can do. So subject-wise OER, I have given some of the subject-wise, say science and technology, engineering and mathematics, open stacks, that is a STEM, science and technology and medicine. MIT, open courseware, STEM subjects. Khan Academy offers video lectures. I do not know how much Khan Academy is OER. And then humanities and social science, Open Education Consortium offers education, humanities and social sciences. Wikibooks provides free access to Wikibooks towards library publishing collaboration, offers OER to humanities, social sciences, including journals and books. Library information science, LIS Open Educational Resources offers LIS education and this one. And then library publishing collaborations. IIST and then provides the resources and guidance for teaching of this one. Other subjects, Coursera, EDX provides massive open course MOOCs from leading institutions and covering subjects like computer science, business, and humanities. So offers online courses. IIT Chennai also offers this one, NDLT and OER Commons. So many institutions are organizing OERs, IIT Delhi, IIT Chennai, IGNOU, SIMCA, and most of the research institutes, they are publishing their OER, open education resources, whatever the contents first published in their places. So this can be examined. So SLM and OER, different SLMs made by OER by IGNOU, practice of SLM, self-contained material, learning materials that all of you are using, the self-contained learning material, structural content, self-assessment, benefits of SLM and OER, we know that flexibility, you can use it, accessibility, personalization, and examples of open courseware, SLMs available, MOOC courseware, massive online course materials often include SLMs such as video lectures, online textbooks including the massives. By using SLMs, OER can also, IGNOU, NSOU has also made a huge number of SLM materials they are able to access online, people can access. So what are the IGNOU's materials are available? IGNOU self-learning materials, SLMs are a crucial part of the distance education systems. While IGNOU does not explicitly label the SLMs as the open education resources, they do offer the study materials in a digital age and the format they can do. So IGNOU study material, different IGNOU study materials are concerned. There is availability, digital access, people can access digitally, range of materials, it can be for the bachelor's degree, master degree program or different. Then examples, master degree programs, bachelor degree program, postgraduate degree programs also available. Accessing IGNOU's study material, e-GAN course, people are know, EPG Pathshala by INFLIBNET, that also can be as available. IGNOU helping and keeping in this mind. So that materials are available, you can use and reuse, redistribute, and for your knowledge gain, for your knowledge access. So IGNOU's Swayam Prabha is a group of 40 DTH channel dedicated to telecasting high quality of educational materials 24/7, utilizing the GSTAT 17 satellites and repeat the satellites. Higher educations, professional educations, some notable features of the Prabha for you are free to air 24/6. IGNOU has a student. Serial science and humanities, PG, UG, basic and applied sciences, professional educations, Swayam Prabha Initiative Education provides the notable OER links. I have given you the notable OER links. You can find that huge number of educational resources are available in this notable OER link. If you go to this link, you will get huge number of open education resources are available, and then the link is also given from the different institution also. So friends, I hope learners go to this all OER educational link and you will find that huge number of resources are available and you enjoy, not only enjoy, you learn and use and redistribute. But always remember that you should acknowledge the person concerned. Never forget to acknowledge. That is the then NSOU OER I'll talk about. Netaji Subhash Chatterjee Simca supported this OER from June 2017, and accessibility, collaboration, innovation, quality, and features, resources. Visions and missions is that to provide universal access to high quality of materials. Our mission is that, IGNOU's mission is that to enhance the educational resources, excellence, and promote. And you will find that IGNOU's materials are available in online. You can go and use these materials. So now, friends, I will talk about open access versus OER, because open access and OER are similar term, or what is this? So that has to be discussed in this very, very well. So open access and open educational resources are related concepts, but they have a distinct meanings. Open access is a free access. OER refers to the free availability of research articles, journals, and other scholarly work online. Copyright way works are often licensed under the Creative Commons license or other open licenses, allowing users to read, download, and share the work. Research focus way primarily focus on making research outputs freely available. Open education resources. What is open education resources? Is a teaching and learning materials. Then open education teaching and learning materials. OER refers to the materials such as textbooks, courses, learning objects freely. Educational focus. OER focuses on supporting teaching materials. For the 5 hours, I've already told the retained distributes. Key differences, purpose, scopes, usage, and relationship between the OER and OER overlap. Some way materials can be used as a OER, some as a OER may be published in OA journals or repository. Complementary, OA and OER both say access to knowledge and support education, but they serve different purposes, they serve different purposes. So it has got a distinctivities, but they are together. So challenges and friends, future directions, quality assurance, sustainability, copyright, and you know that what is the sustainability, emerging trends in technology, we are artificial intelligence, open educational practices, mobile learning. These are the things we have to show. So friends, what are the recaps? What have I taught is that we have talked about OER benefits. What are the OER can give you benefit to the users? That is the most important part. We have discussed OER in allies education, how this OER can be allies people, how they can promote the OER, because the library resources are there. So library people should tell that which are the resources are available, because budget is a constraint. How from this minimal budget, how we can use this one. So how allies students, how can OER can be used to support OER potential, collaboration, and innovation, how OER can do this innovation. So an idealized scientific research cycle, what I have also discussed in the OA material, same thing I'm telling you, that this can be product of research highlighted, how this can be done of these things. So OER models are there. Say there are different OER models. Here are the models: open textbook model, open courseware model, open educational resources model, collaborative model, community-driven model, institutional model, and then consortia model. So different are OER models we are talking about. OER have a several key characteristics that distinguishes them from the other types: free and open access, adaptability, shareability, collaboration, and then cost effectiveness, customization ability, accessibility, transparency. So by underlying these characteristics, you have to understand what can be done. So different types of OER licensing are available. OER type of licensing, here are some of the types of licenses: Creative Commons, attributions, which is anything attribution. I'm not going to discuss on these total details. You can go and read. I've already discussed in another open access mode that I have discussed thoroughly on this page. So benefits of OER include the cost saving, increased access, flexibility, customization, collaboration, professional development. For institution, it is a cost saving, increased accessibility, innovation, and additional benefits are like improved students' outcomes, and then increased equity and global research. So these things we are able to do of this one. So understanding the OER benefits of, we have to understand that how this OER attribute and all this can be discussed. So key learning materials is that measuring success, feedback, successful OER initiatives, all these things we have to understand. So what are the future direction on the allies education is that you should do increased adoption, it should be increased adoption, and What are the things? Integration of emerging technologies, global collaboration. So, what are the key takeaways from your place is that addressing challenges, emerging technologies, trends, embracing that, how embracing trends and technologies in the issues is crucial in the source of in the success of OER. Embracing emerging change, embracing emerging trends is the technologies can enhance effectiveness impact on OER. Future direction, the future OER in the education is likely to be shaped by increased adoption and emergencies. So, friends or learners, I have given a huge number of short questions and I have given also answer guide. You should go and through this one and you will find the short question and answer guide at the end. I also given some of the MCQs and you should go and see these MCQs and read MCQs and practice. These MCQs will also help you for your say net set examinations. At the end, I've also given the bibliographical references and for all these things. Mainly that the bibliographical references is that what are the information I have for this purpose. I have collected huge number of resources from the different sources. So I have consulted. You also have given the link. You can go to this link and you really will find that is a good link. And you will find that, yes, how the big role has played by the IGNOU, led by Professor Uma Kanjilal and then Simca director and other people, IFLA, all our people have done a very, very excellent job. This one. We have also, I am also as a part of some of the programs. Is really, I'm really thankful. Yes, friends, learners, I hope this will give a good knowledge. Thank you very much. Namaskar.